Welcome to the Drive Home Podcast. I'm your host, Nate,
And I'm your host, Jonah.
and this is the second episode of our
Hey,
podcast.
we made it this far. We may not make it any further, but we made it this far. That's all that matters. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Elvis Presley.
EP,
Graceland.
the king of rock and roll, baby. Started it all.
Yeah, all our young listeners just clicked off the video. They probably won't come back. It's okay. But all you who stayed, you're going to learn. Well, you're probably not going to learn that much, but you'll learn a lot. What are we talking about? Anyways, so how's your week been?
Very good, very good. We can just got back from a concert. Styx, REO Speedwagon, Loverboy.
Yep, I was there too, so
it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Would recommend it to anyone who enjoys rock and roll.
They're still touring, so.
Oh yeah, keep going.
Yep, keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling.
So yeah. So we just wake up in Memphis one day, right?
Yeah, we just, fell asleep at the wheel, woke up in Memphis, Tennessee.
Happens to the best of us. Yep. It was great. We went on Beale Street, was cool, I thought.
Beale Street, very famous street in
B.B. King
Memphis.
Avenue.
B.B. King, yeah.
The African American Elvis.
Yep.
You learn about that in the movie a lot, which we saw right before we went to Graceland.
You kind of have to see the movie to appreciate Elvis. Like, it's so good. It just, for newer fans at least, like myself, who, we're not hardcore.
You weren't like
no,
me.
we didn't grow up on Elvis. It gives you a new appreciation for the man, not only as an artist, but as a person.
It kind of treats him like a superhero, which kind of was.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But my favorite part of the movie was probably his comeback tour. Or when he first started his Vegas shows with the jumpsuits and all. That was,
yeah, I agree.
That was really cool. And it kind of highlights his downfall well, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't really, it kind of shifts the blame on, spoiler alert, the Colonel, who honestly is probably the reason that he
100%.
went down the path he did toward all the alcohol and drugs and all that. And, obesity in his very later years. But it was really cool. And then the movie's great. So we went on Beale Street, and the poster I got was absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely
we'll pop it up on the screen.
Poster.
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon and Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley for president. Richard Nixon for vice president.
It's got to be the best poster on Beale Street. I'm surprised they didn't advertise this at Graceland. I didn't see this at Graceland.
Hey, it's an authentic original. That'll be worth probably $5.
Maybe $5. I paid more than $5. It better be worth more than that. But yeah. So on the day we were leaving is when we went to Graceland. So we still got to see everything and all. But we get there and it's like Elvis Disney World. I was expecting you just drive up to the house kind of, and it's just there. But you literally, it's got this huge sign that says "Welcome to Graceland." It's how many shops were there? 20?
At least
20 shops.
Yeah.
I was expecting a house and a gift shop, and that was it.
Yeah, there were museums, there were restaurants, there were shops.
Because the tickets aren't cheap.
They're really not.
They're probably
you
$80.
get, but you also kind of get.
It was worth the money.
You kind of get what you pay for.
You really do. So we wait in line. You get paper tickets, which still
paper tickets
still exist in 2022 apparently.
With Elvis's face on.
Which is always a plus. We're waiting in line for. How long would you say we wait in line for?
Probably about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I mean, the whole area was just packed with people.
It was.
Lined up.
And I was actually surprised. I wouldn't say it was, predominantly dominated by older people. There was a lot of young people there,
yeah,
too.
Very interesting. I think the movie kind of helped with that as well.
That's probably true. I wonder what, the numbers were pre-movie. It's probably similar, though. I don't know. So we go into the room and watch a little clip about Elvis and the history of Graceland and how it came to be and all. And then you wait to get on the bus to go to the mansion, and you get an iPad with headphones to get your virtual tour. And who's giving the tour? None other than John Stamos, Uncle Jesse himself. When I found out that, I was like, this just made the trip 100 times better. So we get on there, and all the shops and all the that is on the other side of the street, Elvis Presley Avenue, and they take you across the street and through the gates. And the house is just beautiful. It's on the top of the hill. The landscaping, the trees. It's amazing.
It is very nice.
It's awesome. So then we get out of the bus. We go up to the lady standing on the porch. And she's like, don't take any pictures yet. You can take the pictures after. We got to get you in the house. So I'm like,
They've got this down to a science.
you know when a boxer's in the corner of the ring, like doing that little sidestep thing. That's what
Yeah,
I was doing.
he is hopping.
I'm like hopping. I'm so excited to get into this house. So then we walk in, and it was pretty crowded in there, but it wasn't like didn't take away from the experience.
Right. Yeah.
So you go into the right. There's the living room, which is beautiful. It's white everywhere. Got a grand piano in the back, a super long couch.
Very movie. Like the movie is very accurate.
Yeah, the movie wasn't filmed in Graceland,
but
though.
it's very like picture perfect.
It really is, and the stained glass with the peacocks.
Oh yeah,
and John Stamos is telling you all about it, which just makes it even better.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally beautiful. And there was carpet everywhere in Graceland. It was literally so much carpet.
There were no wood floors, no tile.
I guess that's kind of like
maybe tile in the bathroom.
And TVs everywhere.
TVs everywhere.
I mean, you could not
at least
turn around without seeing a TV.
Had to be a TV in every room. Sometimes multiple TVs in one room.
You could take a rock and hit a TV from the last TV you saw. Yeah. It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
And then you go by his parents' bedroom, loop around. You can't go upstairs because that's his private area where he died on the pot.
Cultish meetings for Elvis fans up there.
What?
That's where the cult meets. The Elvis cult. Elvis Presley cult.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories.
All right, Alex Jones. Let's move on to the kitchen. The kitchen was... it was not as pretty as the living room. I think we can agree about that.
Oh, yeah. It's
very 1970s with a yellow refrigerator.
Practical.
Practical. Another TV.
At least like 2 more TVs at least.
Probably. And then, John Stamos telling you all about the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
His little skillet there where he fried his peanut butter and banana sandwiches fried in bacon grease.
Authentic Elvis.
Definitely did not lead to his heart attack. 100%.
Oh, definitely. No. Very healthy.
It was... Yeah. No. I've actually had them, though. They're really good. They actually sell them at Graceland. They're delicious. And you go down this hallway, and there's this staircase with mirrors.
It's just lined in mirrors. Like, you've got mirrors on the left and the right and
the ceiling.
Above you. So you can
Elvis liked to look at himself.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Elvis, I'd look
I just remember the audio tape going when John Stamos was like, take a look at yourself when you go down. You look great. And I was like, what is this? So you go down to the basement, and there's this room that's yellow and navy and white, and it's got 3 TVs. It's called the TV room. And there's mirrors on the ceiling, which is weird. I mean, it's like taking a nap and then waking up and just looking at yourself.
Hey, Elvis does what Elvis wants.
That's facts.
And the 3 TVs, I believe that's from Lyndon B. Johnson, who would watch 3 TVs, 3 news programs.
That's what they said, yeah. But the couch was big, too. It was like a full wraparound couch. And he had a little bar. You don't see this in the picture. He had a bar in the back where he would make drinks and, he would drop down a screen, that little white bar above the 3 TVs there. He would drop down a big screen and play his movies on there. Because of course he would. He's Elvis. But that room was beautiful. And then you go on to the pool room, which is probably the weirdest looking room, honestly.
I agree. It's carpet overload.
If you have seizures, do not look at this picture. Close your eyes because it may trigger something. There's curtains on the walls and the ceilings, and it's hard to look at.
Color everywhere.
No, the pool table, it was, they talked about how the felt was messed up on the top corner because his friend tried a trick shot, which seems like something we would do.
Yeah.
And tear something up.
Yep.
And he never fixed it. I guess, I don't know why. He had the money to. He could probably bought 15 pool tables. He probably did. But, yeah. Then you go up to the jungle room. This is the room I was most excited about.
This is the room that I had heard about for, weeks before this trip.
Because...
this is the internationally known jungle room.
I kept telling you about it because there's carpet on the ceiling.
Carpet? Who puts carpet on this?
I actually watched a documentary after I got back, and it said that he put the carpet on the ceiling for acoustics.
That's right, because didn't they turn this into their own little recording studio?
Yeah, a little recording studio.
So he basically turned his living room into a recording studio.
I'm not surprised.
It's Elvis. Why would
it's Elvis? That's pretty much the gist of this video. It's Elvis.
Hand carved wooden furniture, jungle themed. He's got a waterfall.
In the back. The panda in the chair.
Panda. I
love pandas.
It's his favorite animal.
Pandas are my favorite animal. Pandas are great. We're not getting into that. And you get to his swimming pool. His swimming pool was, I mean, it was cool. I wouldn't say it was like this crazy,
It's like
awesome.
something you'd find at your aunt's
Yeah,
house.
this is like Uncle
You're
Barry's swimming pool.
this is yeah.
It's
It's
shaped
not
like a bean.
yeah, kidney bean.
Like Uncle Barry would definitely be trying to do the spank the baby into the pool right here and break the diving board. That seems like something that would be happening.
Yeah, definitely
Belly
lots of
flopping.
alcohol involved.
But yeah. Then you have his racquetball room, which was cool. Well, actually, we're not showing pictures of this because I didn't get pictures of it. But you go through his like recording studio and where he got all his fan mail, and it has like models of his original house, and you see his horses. Well, not his horses. His horses are dead. But you
Where
see
he would have kept his
where
horses.
he would have kept his
His
horses.
barn.
There are still horses there. And then you move around to his racquetball room, which is actually where he sang his last song before he died. He played racquetball, which you see pictures of Elvis in his later years. I'm questioning how.
Yeah, if he was.
He was probably just standing there and hoping the ball came to him, and if it didn't, he was just.
I mean, I guess so. If you're playing racquetball with Elvis Presley, you kind of have to give him the nice shots.
That's
true.
You can't do him dirty.
You can't spike on Elvis.
Yeah, and then so this piano you're looking at is where he played his last song for him and his friends before he went back to his house and died. So
Tragically.
Man, I really wonder where he'd be if he didn't die.
That is a good question. Like, he would have toured the world. He would have finally got his world tour that he'd been after for years.
Yeah, because, I mean, his estate was worth, what, $100 million plus?
Yeah, sold for $100 million.
Well, he gave it to his daughter. His daughter sold it, but kept Graceland. So, this is his grave, and it has his family's grave. It was the meditation garden while Elvis lived there.
Very nice fountain in the middle.
And
lots of sculptures around there.
That is true. And it's got the taking care of business in a flash at the bottom. That's what the TCB with the lightning bolt means. I thought it was for his comeback tour.
Yeah.
My entire life, I've been thinking that was comeback tour. But
CBT, yeah.
But then, of course, who other than John Stamos tells me it's taking care of business in a flash, and I was like, "Are you?" I mean, it was cool. I think it's cooler than honestly the alternative. And then
he's taking care of business. He's Elvis.
So yeah, the house. Did you think the house was your favorite part?
The house was very nice. I liked his old cars.
The cars.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, we'll get there. But so then you leave the garden and you go to the front of the house where you can take pictures and all. And I remember me and my girlfriend were trying to get a picture without people in it because I don't know, it looks cooler that way. And there was like a 13-second window where there was no people. And I basically like punched you and was like, you take this picture right now. We sprinted over there and got it. And then there was a person stepped in the frame like 2 minutes later. Not 2 minutes, 2 seconds later. And I was so happy.
Dodging buses, pulling in and out.
We almost got ran over by a bus to get that picture.
Worth it.
Go to Graceland where you may get hit by a bus trying to get a picture. But
worth it.
It's worth the money. It's Elvis. Theme of the episode. Then you go to the cars.
All right, moving on.
The bus takes you across the street.
The bus takes you back to the main kind of campus, I guess. I'd call it a campus.
I would not call it a campus.
Pretty
that
big.
Sounds boring.
Well, boring. Anyway, there's a bunch of museums here. There's like his car museum.
His car museum.
His car museum was amazing.
We got to talk about that
There's
for a while.
a lot of cars in there.
He's
got like tricycles in there.
Let's see. I'm going to Google how many cars there were.
Like, he's got motorcycles in there. There's a tractor in there because why not? You know, the Presley Estate tractor. Very cool.
Okay, so over Elvis Presley's lifetime, he owned more than 200 automobiles.
I would say at least 20 of them were in that museum.
I'd say more than that. The pink Cadillac, the iconic pink Cadillac.
Iconic pink Cadillac.
It's in the movie, and I got a picture of it that I'm going to show you right here. And it was awesome. I mean, it was very shiny.
Oh, yeah, definitely been restored.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then you go into the military room with his army accolades, because you learned in the movie that he was rebellious.
Rebellious for the time.
For the time. Now, good Lord, Elvis would be a saint singing in the choir, but you got Cardi B and all that now. But Elvis Presley back in the 50s was like real risky for swinging his hips and all that. And people always say that, like, he swung his hips and that, but, like, the movie kind of, like, explains why.
Yeah.
And how, like, where he grew up with all the...
It's kind of religious.
Yeah.
In a way. It's spiritual.
His music was actually based on gospel. And how he would dance was based on, like, a lot of the African-American culture. And B.B. King, him and B.B. King had, like, a good relationship. And B.B. King kind of, like, advised him on some things when he was trying to appeal to the public without being considered vulgar. But
fully clothed, by the way.
It did
fully
not,
clothed.
Thank you for specifying that. Okay. So then it doesn't work. And they want to send him to the military so that he doesn't get arrested. And he can come back with a better image of himself.
They being the government.
They being the government. Go figure. The government.
Ruining everything.
Yeah. But they send him off, and he goes to Germany where he actually meets his wife, Priscilla. Well, ex-wife, but go see the movie. He meets Priscilla, and then they fall in love, all that. And he comes back with a better image of himself.
Comes back as the good old boy.
The good old boy.
The military
Elvis.
Elvis.
The actor. And have you actually even seen any of his movies before?
I don't believe I've ever seen an
I've
Elvis
seen Blue
picture.
Hawaii. That's the only one I've seen. And it's okay. It's pretty good. The graphics don't really hold up when he's like surfing with the waves and all. But I mean, I can't hold it to that because it's 1960. Jaws doesn't really hold up graphics wise, but it's still a great movie. Why am I talking about Jaws? Anyways, we go to the military exhibit, and you see his suits, his
uniforms,
his army ID, and then they have the TV that he shot with a bullet.
At the International Hotel.
That's actually the one at Graceland was apparently. I can't remember who it was that was on the TV, but it was someone he didn't like, so he shot the TV.
Hey, Elvis does what Elvis wants.
Elvis does what Elvis wants. So he shot the TV, and the military exhibit was cool. It wasn't my favorite, because I don't really think of Elvis as the military man.
Yeah, it just kind of like, okay, he went to the military. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Here's a uniform or two. I don't think there was really a whole, museum dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fine. They can do what they want. Some people might be into it, but we're not.
Yeah, and they had a whole exhibit dedicated to how he inspired rock and roll and how
this was probably one of my favorites here.
Yeah, and it had a bunch of rock stars.
We talking big names, like Elton John.
Elton John.
Billy Joel.
Was Billy Joel in there?
I believe Billy Joel was there.
I don't remember seeing that. But I had Aerosmith. They had a big Kiss.
Huge Kiss thing. All
with
four
all
band
four
members.
of them.
Wax figures.
And they had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
For some reason.
He was a wrestler. I don't know why he was on there. But then you go into probably my favorite part of the trip. If not the house, my favorite part.
Favorite museum, at least.
My favorite exhibit, yeah. They had all of his... Okay, that's not true. Not all of his suits, but all his most, iconic suits that he had. And the one where he performed in Hawaii, Aloha from Hawaii, I think is what the thing was called, where they broadcast it all over the world. The closest Elvis ever got to a world tour. Sad, but it is what it is. So, what did you think of the suits?
They had a very, wide range of them. They had his starting suits. It was kind of, midway through the career, more flashy. And then, the huge, extravagant
He got more
more
flamboyant as he went along.
Oh, guaranteed. Started adding capes, started adding more gold, more sequins, more buttons.
They had his black leather suit from his comeback tour, too, which was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
They had his jewelry. He had tons of jewelry. He wore jewelry all the time. And the sunglasses were epic. I kept wanting to get the sunglasses, and I was determined before I went to Graceland. I was like, I'm going to get a set of sunglasses while I'm down there. And
he's going to bring his glass cutter. Okay, he's going to cut through the exhibit, steal the sunglasses, and that's going to be it.
What am I grooved?
He's going to have the Elvis's, his original sunglasses.
No, but we go to the gift shop, and they have the glasses. And I'm like, I'm going to get them. They're the cheapest, most crappy plastic glasses I've ever seen in my entire life.
This is the one complaint. This is the one complaint from Graceland as a whole, as an institution. Cruddy sunglasses.
The sunglasses were
cheap, cruddy sunglasses.
Do not give Graceland your sunglasses money.
Yeah.
We want better. We want better. I got a clock
that swings its
hips. And I got we both got posters, which were pretty cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
then I got two T-shirts, and the gift shop wasn't ridiculously expensive. I mean, it wasn't like Disney World level expensive. It was like $20 for a shirt or something. It wasn't too bad. But so the suits exhibit was really cool. That's pretty much all. No, the planes. How we almost left the planes out.
The Lisa Marie.
The Lisa Marie and the Hound Dog too. So I'm popping up a picture on screen of the Lisa Marie, one of the.
This is the bigger plane.
This is the bigger plane. This is the one he took.
Yeah, this is his big.
Got the taking care of business on the back, and it's really big. It's a plane. Obviously, it's really big. That was stupid. But you go on it, and it's. Would you say it's ugly?
It's definitely.
It's
definitely 70s.
If you transported someone from the 1970s, they'd probably be like, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." But
yeah, I agree
here in
with
2022,
that.
we're like. But here's a picture of the sink, and it was gold, and it actually had real 24 karat gold in it in the bathroom. I just don't understand how that's necessary, but it's Elvis.
It's Elvis. Elvis does what Elvis wants.
And then you have his bed in the his conference room, and his.
It's like a whole office.
It's like a whole office, and then a bed where he would sleep, and go figure, a TV.
Another TV.
He had a TV.
At least like 3 TVs on the whole plane.
Yeah, and I think he bought it from Delta Airlines, and then he named it the Lisa Marie, and like, what was it John Stamos said? I'm sorry, John. 1975, maybe? Sure. Don't fact check us. 1975, we're right. And then you have the Hound Dog 2, which was a lot smaller.
It's more like your private jet kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's more like your small.
And here's a picture of that, and this inside was very small, but I would love to have it. I mean, I'd fly it around.
That's like his secret affair jet.
Yeah. We forgot to talk about his trophy room.
His trophy room.
That was epic. Here's a picture of all his platinum records and all that jazz. He sold I don't know, 17 billion copies. That's
fact check or don't fact check.
Don't fact check.
But it's up there. It's definitely up there.
And then
one thing that I can't believe is how much money is in all of his suits.
That's true.
Y'all don't even understand the amount of costumes this man had.
He wore like a new one for every show, too.
A new one for every show, and it's just money is all I can think.
The suits go for over $1 million now.
That's absolutely insane.
If I had $1 million to spend, I might do it. I mean, why buy a Lamborghini or a nice house when you can just have a jumpsuit and walk around town with it?
Dude, exactly. Look like Elvis.
So, I specifically remember you telling me this at Graceland. Your favorite fact you heard about Elvis.
Favorite factoid about Elvis.
Would you like to share that?
I will indeed. So Elvis was very popular with the police department, the local police department in Memphis, and he had a blue light on whatever car he was driving at the time, and he would run around and he would pull people over, acting like a cop, and then walk up to him and be like, I'm Elvis, and y'all listen, drive safe, and here's an autograph. And then he'd leave, let him go. And that's just like, who else would do that?
People would probably
you don't have like Post Malone going out here, signing autographs for random people in his hometown, so.
No offense to Post Malone, but
come on the podcast, defend yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But I actually didn't know that.
It was pretty neat.
And it had all his like archives from inside the house, because he actually renovated the house a bunch. Like, it didn't stay as one. It didn't look like that when he bought it. He kept changing it. Like, the living room was fully red at one point.
The jungle room was
the jungle room wasn't even a
whole
thing.
addition.
But no, yeah, Graceland as a whole. So it gave you a lot more respect for the man himself, the king.
Oh, definitely. Started listening to more of his songs. Very nice.
Give me your favorite songs.
Top three Elvis songs. See, I like more of his later music.
I think that's pretty uncontroversial. I think most people do.
Number 1, it's got to be Suspicious Minds. Solid song. Number 2 is gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to go with In the Ghetto.
In the Ghetto, number 2.
In the Ghetto is number 2. It's just, it's a classic. And then number 3, If I Can Dream. Absolute solid song.
There must be lights.
Actually, I might move it up to number 2.
Really?
Suspicious Minds is number one because it's Suspicious Minds.
The movie makes If I Can Dream. It gives you the backstory about how like the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. and of
LBJ, or no, JFK.
LBJ. Yeah, no, it was
No, Bobby Kennedy.
yes,
It's Bobby Kennedy.
and how those assassinations and it happened. I think Bobby Kennedy happened the day before his comeback tour, so they stayed up all night writing that song, and that was like he
was
wrote
supposed
that
to do some Christmas special or whatever, and then halfway through, they turned the cameras. Elvis is singing this absolute banger of a song.
and nobody knew it except Elvis and two other guys. Like his manager did not know he was doing it. He wanted him to sing Christmas, and then basically, boom, he just did it anyways with his white suit, swinging his arms. It was.
And Elvis is immediately to the top, already back to the top, baby.
Yeah, most people like have to climb to work their way back up. He was literally number one on the charts in like 3 different categories for instantly just because of that comeback tour. But
I mean, then 2 years later, he fell again. But he just that's
not
Elvis.
2 years later. I would say probably 8 or 9 years later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He never really fell. I mean, he just.
Elvis is like a roller coaster.
He fell when he died, I guess. But
well, yeah, I guess he fell off the toilet.
We all would. But all right, I'm giving my top 5 because I'm a bigger Elvis fan.
Top 5.
So, number 1, If I Can Dream.
Solid.
Number 2, Suspicious Minds.
Okay, solid.
This is pretty much the same as yours.
Same.
I like American Trilogy probably at number 3.
That's solid. That's a solid song.
This gets hard. I like That's Alright, but the live version.
Yeah. With
all the trumpets and the drums and all that. Because his original version's good, but it's not my top 5. But the live version, it's so good.
Powerful.
And then Burning Love is one of my favorites. I don't know. I'm trying to think of
honorable mentions.
I'm all shook up trying to rank this list. I'll never do that again, don't worry. In the Ghetto.
In the Ghetto.
Don't Be Cruel. That's probably 6.
Viva Las Vegas.
It's alright. I like it.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I got chills at the end of that movie when he was singing with all his life, as they said. When he was playing Unchained Melody. Oh, that was amazing.
His last performance.
His last performance. To an audience, at least.
And it is actual film footage in the movie, so definitely go see that.
Yeah, I think it's about to come out on DVD, so honestly, just wait.
Yeah. If you're not a theater person, But honestly, I mean, the theater experience, I don't know.
Acoustics in the theater for the movie were great. I've actually seen it more than once. I've seen it twice. I don't know why I said it like that. I've seen it twice. But tell me what you were telling me earlier about Suspicious Minds.
So, it's stuck in my head. I can't get it out. Please send help. It's not... I can't... I fall asleep to this song, man. Like, you don't... It's...
Mentally, not...
It's getting pretty bad. I can't... I play it every morning to work. I can't even...
You can't go on?
I'm caught in a trap.
You can't get out? Yeah. Well, this podcast was a good episode, I think.
Oh, yeah. Very
anytime you talk about the man himself, the king...
EP.
It's a great episode. Not as long or controversial as the last episode, probably. So, I want everybody, and I will know who you are. That's not true. To comment your top 5 Elvis songs. Your top 5.
Top 5 Elvis. If you don't have 5, do 3.
If you have 20, do 20.
If you have 20, do 20. Just we want to hear from you.
You know what? I'm going to comment mine. I'm going to comment 10 of them. And I want you to roast me if you want to. I want you to give me your list, and I might roast you back. No, I won't roast you back. That is not true.
We love our viewers.
We do. So, yeah, overall, I think Graceland is something you at least need to see once.
Oh, definitely, 100%. Just the whole Memphis experience. If you like good ribs,
I don't know about the whole
good music.
I don't know about the whole Memphis
good
experience.
Ribs and good music.
Good ribs, good music, good times.
Good times.
That should be Memphis's
That should be their slogan. We should be the branding guys for Memphis. We should brand Memphis.
The branding guys?
Yeah.
Not the marketing.
Marketing guys.
There you
Either
go.
one.
You got it.
But
Yeah. Well, this is a good episode.
Oh yeah, solid episode as always.
As always. Except maybe last week.
Last week was perfect.
It was great. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Can't wait. We got a special guest next episode. Share this video with everyone who loves Elvis and doesn't love Elvis. And please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to help it grow so that we can do bigger and better things. And
We're spreading the world's truth right here.
we're spreading the truth. Don't fact check that. But yeah, thanks for watching the drive home. We'll see you next time.